Bonsoir. Eh oui, un stream. Eh, je me rappelle plus où j'étais rendu. J'espère que ça va bien. Pat le chien. Pat le chien. Ah, on va lui donner une friandise. Bon. Je me rappelle plus des pitons. Ça va pas bien. Ça fait trop longtemps pas de streamer. Bon, il est où, Otto? Je suis perdu. Ça fait trop longtemps que j'ai pas joué. Comment ça va tout le monde? J'imagine bien qu'il doit y avoir de quoi dans le coin. Ok. Des monstres. Mais il n'y a pas d'auto. Hey, toi, attaque-moi pas de main. Et voilà. Ok, mais ça reste que je sais plus où faut que j'aille. Ça fait 2 semaines que j'ai pas joué. Ça paraît. On va bien avoir un coffre à quelque part. Ça n'a pas l'air. Fait que on va essayer de trouver Otto. Que je n'ai aucune idée où ce qui est. Je pense que j'aurais pas le choix d'aller sur la map pour voir. Open World Map. Ok, je suis là, il faut que j'aille là. Hein? Pourquoi qu'il est là? Moi, j'ai trouvé une ville. J'ai sauvé dans la ville. Puis qu'est-ce que j'ai fait après? Je me rappelle vraiment plus. Tout. Je pense qu'il va falloir que j'aille faire du fast travel. Parce qu'il n'y a pas personne ici. Je pense que j'aurais pas le choix. Ou faut que je me rende jusque là? Non, c'est un travel. Et si je suis perdu?
What became of Kupka? Why haven't we heard anything?
We're seeing troops amassing at every border crossing.
Allô? Allô, Otto?
Clive,
Allô, tout le monde?
you're back. I am. And with glad tidings for once. Hugo Kupka is no more.
Yeah, il est mort.
Well, I'll be. All of our comrades who lost their lives back at Sid's place be smiling down at you right now.
We had a stolus from Lubor saying Drake's fang had fallen. I expect that was your doing as well, was it?
It's a long story.
One for the history books, I'll bet.
Welcome home, Clive.
It's good to be back. You look better.
I feel it. Which means I'm coming on your next little adventure. You're not leaving me behind again.
Wouldn't dream of it.
Ben, ok.
Otto. Any word on the royalist movements since I've been away?
Shouldn't you be putting your feet up? If you really want to know, go and have a word with Vivian.
Ok, on va
Thank
aller
you.
parler. Ça a l'air
I
qu'on
will.
n'aura pas échoué. Allô?
Ah, the conquering hero returns. And with hardly a scratch on him.
I may have picked up one or two.
Well, the fact that you came straight to me instead of visiting our resident physiker suggests that you picked up something more important. A scent. The scent of Waludas.
The very same. But whatever plans Kupka was hatching with the royalists, he took them to his grave. As did his men. Slaughtered by the orcs who'd taken over the Fang. Orcs, Vivian. I've never seen such creatures in Storm before. The Waludas must have ferried them over from Ash, but why? Why work to rescue Kupka only to invade his home, the mother crystal of an allied nation, and let both fall? It makes no sense.
Do you know the tale of the blind men and the Adamantus? One can often be led astray by focusing too closely on individual details. One must instead see the bigger picture. And what bigger picture is there than my map?
Ouh, on a une carte. Fait que là, on fait quoi?
The kingdom of Walud claims dominion over all of Ash. It is a nation forged by the bloody conquest of Barnabas Tharm, the dominant of Odin. The Canvarian War of Independence in 849. The Battle of the Twin Realms in 865. The Battle of Belinus Tor in 873. Wheresoever his armies fought, Odin was found where the fighting was fiercest. But of late, the warrior king appears to have laid his sword to rest. Battle rages for control of the crystalline dominion. Yet Tharm sends not a single ship in support of his Dalmekian allies. Meanwhile, the Blight ravages great swathes of Ash. Yet warlike Walud shows not the faintest interest in laying claim to untouched lands. So why go to the trouble of sending an army of orcs into the heart of Drake's Fang, only to make no attempt to claim the Mother Crystal for Walud? It can hardly be for lack of men. Tharm's armies rival any in the Twins. No. We have not seen the last of the Waluda standard. Odin will ride again. It is but a question of when. And on that day, who will be trampled underfoot?
Quelqu'un. Pas moins certain.
In summary, I know not to what end the Royalists betrayed Kupka. I know only that it is part of some broader scheme. A scheme tied to the ambitions of one man.
King Barnabas.
But there is no need to wallow in confusion. If one is to cure a sickness, one must first identify the symptoms. And your Lord Uncle has volunteered to do just that by keeping an eye on the Royalists' movements.
He's really throwing himself into this.
Indeed he is. Which means all that remains for us to do is await his reports. Well, not quite all in your case. The people of the Hideaway must hear the news. Justice has been done.
Il y a gros du
Hugo
blabla là-dedans.
Kupka is dead. The wounds he left that night are still raw, especially for those who lived with Sid the longest. Tell them that those wounds might finally begin to heal. Consider it the price of today's instruction.
I've never known you to be sentimental.
What can I say? I am only human. And we are, all of us, sentimental animals at heart.
I suppose we are. Very well. I'll go and spread the word.
Yay! Bon, fait que ça a l'air qu'il faut aller porter la nouvelle à du monde. Parce qu'on est des animaux sentimentaux. Pat le chien. Ça n'a pas l'air. Ça y tente pas.
Well, someone looks pleased with himself. It's true what I'm hearing, then.
Nothing escapes you, Lady Karen. It's
Ben
true.
le fun ce jeu-là, mais des fois,
Kupka is dead.
un peu trop de blabla.
No more looking over our shoulders, then. Good. I'm starting to get a crick in my neck. Don't let it go to your head, though.
Tu te quoi à vendre?
Is it business or pleasure? Go on, then.
Un peu plus d'attaque, un peu moins de charge. Mais. C'est ça, c'est de la boîte. C'est tout, ça donne rien de bon. On peut bien se prendre une coupe de potions.
You'll not find a better price than that.
Puis on va aller voir le forgeron.
Blackthorn,
Comment ça va tout le monde?
do you have a moment?
Pendant que les autres ils parlent.
Busy.
I wanted to tell you that Hugo Kupka is dead.
I can't tell you how long I've been waiting to hear those words.
Il a tellement de l'air content.
This is it then. A new
Faudrait
beginning
dire à sa face.
under a new Sid.
I'll try to live up to the name.
C'est quoi de nouveau à forger?
Back, are ya?
Tant qu'à être là.
Sangforian, dear.
Ça, je peux pas rien faire. J'étais pas sur la bonne affaire, ça va bien. 265. On aime ça. J'ai pas de Diamond Sword. Voyons. Je me trompe d'un piton. Je sais plus comment ça marche.
Should last you a good while. You can thank me later.
Bon, fait qu'on s'est fait une nouvelle épée. Ça reste que j'ai toujours pas l'épée de... Ah, c'est là, Diamond Sword. Triste. Ok. Puis on va aller parler avec l'hypocrite. Ou Harpo, c'est un ou l'autre.
Ah, Clive. Have you come seeking the gift of knowledge?
No. To share mine, actually. Hugo Kupka is dead.
Oh, my.
Oh, il est mort.
Can it really be true?
Look, he's crying. He is the big baby.
Bon, bon, bon.
And with good reason, children. These are tears of joy. We must offer up a prayer to your parents that the heavens might weep with us. There shall be no lessons today, only thanksgiving and merrymaking. Go, put away your things.
Yay!
All right. Brilliant.
Comment skipper l'école? Saute long en technique.
Finally, a new dawn has broken.
It has.
Thank you, Clive. I cannot wait to share the good news.
Hippocrates. After Kuka fell, Ultima came to me. I need to know what he is. Have you learned anything?
Alas, no. And not for want of trying. I have scoured nigh every historical tome in our collection and found nothing. Not even the sort of conspicuous absence that might suggest a concealment of fact. One is almost tempted to conclude that such a creature never existed.
But I saw him with my own eyes.
Ouais, puis on l'a tapoché un peu même.
Alas, it seems you are the only one who has.
Bon.
To others, he reveals naught. We see only that which he leaves in his wake, like some terrible force of nature beyond the ken of mortal man.
A bringer of death.
Whether the Ultima you met with was the being itself, or merely another projection of its power, I know not. But until I do, my investigations shall continue.
Thank you. It means a lot. Right. Let's see if Otto has anything else for me.
Bon. Alors, on va retourner voir autour. Ça va être long. Maintenant, il va y avoir de l'action, là, inquiétez-vous pas. Elle se promène d'un bord puis de l'autre.
It's true. I heard it from Otto's own lips. Hugo Kupka is dead.
Ben oui. C'est moi qui l'ai tué.
We're seeing troops amassing at every border crossing.
You barely sat down since you came home. Vivian got you running errands or something?
Just spreading the word.
Bon. Puis on s'en va dans quoi, là?
So, the professor's got a soft side, has she? I'd never have guessed.
No. She was right, though. Everyone was glad to hear the news.
Ah, but you ain't told everyone. I can think of plenty of friends back at the old hideaway who'd sleep more peacefully for knowing. Not least of all Sid. You should tell him.
You're right. I should. And I will.
Well, when you do, be sure to take Mid with you. She's been going at it hammer and tongs down in that workshop of hers, trying to do her father proud. I can't remember the last time she visited the old sod's grave.
Very well. I'll suggest it.
Bon, ben, on va aller parler à quelqu'un d'autre encore. C'est par où? C'est par là? Oh, ça, c'est une porte. Un jour, on va trouver le trouble. Un jour. Quand? Je sais.
I think Mid might need some help.
If I don't come up with something soon.
Yo. Qu'est-ce que t'as à dire, toi?
All right, Clive? What do you want?
I'm going to visit Sid, and I thought you might like to come with me.
Sorry, I'm too busy for all that right now. I've got to get this thermal displacement stack sorted.
Thermal...
Displacement stack. Here.
And this is for...
Only the fastest, finest ship the world has ever seen.
Ouh.
The
On va avoir un
Enterprise.
airship. Ça serait pas pire.
Me and my dad designed it together.
Where other vessels rely on the fickle winds to drive them through the water, ours is fitted with mithril engines. And those things have got more push than a behemoth in a bad mood.
Ou c'est
And
juste
more
un
heat
bateau
than all the
ordinaire.
hells put together. Which is where the stack comes in. I may have already talked some tight-lipped shipwrights into putting the hull together for me in a little dockyard in Canva. But the stack's a bit more involved, so I'm building it here. Thing is, it's so involved that I'm running behind and it's starting to hold things up over at the shipyard. I'll come and see my dad, though, when I'm done. Whenever that is.
Is there anything I can do to help?
Good old Clive. I were hoping you'd say that.
Ben oui.
First things first, I need some parts mecking. The stack will be made up of 3 major components. There's the plating, here, that channels hot vapors away from the engine. The helm over the top, that disperses all that heat into the air.
Uh-huh.
And the shielding around the sides. That stops the rest of the ship from going up in flames.
Fait qu'on va aller chercher des matériaux, ça là.
Full suit of armor then. Probably best to take it one piece at a time.
Then you'll need to start with the plating. Everything else fits onto it. I've got the designs and the list of materials here. Show these to Blackthorn. He'll know what to do.
Ah, finalement.
I can't make head nor tail of them.
Luckily, you don't need to.
Yeah, parle à un, parle à l'autre, parle à un, parle à l'autre. Tu veux juste me donner une quest un moment donné? Qui est pas de juste parler? Peut-être? Il y a des longueurs dans ce jeu-là quand même. On veut de l'action. Au moins je peux gambader. Oui. C'est que j'ai rien à dire. Yo, c'est encore moins.
Blackthorn, can I ask a favor?
Out with it.
It's for Mid.
This my last chance to say I'm otherwise engaged. I'd spare myself the arseache. Go on then. What is it this time?
She said you would know. Here.
Yeah, on a donné une feuille de papier.
Krieger's teats. Well, I don't know what the hell you'd want this for, but I can make it. Won't be easy, though. And I'll need help. Get Gavin-Otto in here, will you?
All right.
Je vais aller chercher pour vrai. Ok, phew. Ça aurait été le bout.
So Mid's roped us all in here again, has she? Typical. Still, if that's what it takes to get her to visit Sid's grave,
Ça va venir, ça va venir.
I'll do what I
J'espère.
can.
And what is it
Pierre,
we need to
Ruel.
do exactly?
Take a look at this.
J'espère que ça va bien.
It's this plating. The usual sword grade steel won't work. We need something that can get very hot, very fast, and still keep its shape.
Mais peut-être qu'il va y avoir du
Means
sang.
an alloy. Something that won't break or buckle at the temperatures she's talking about.
Tu sais, à
Which is
force
where
de
you lot
se
come
couper
in.
sur le
I
métal,
need
de quoi de
materials,
chose.
and I've
Je
got
sais
my
pas.
work cut out already. You'll have to fetch them. Now, there's a special kind of sand I'm after that you can only find out in the Velcroy. Stardust, they call it. As for the rest of the stuff, my usual supply should have it in stock. It just needs buying and bringing back here.
Well, we'll get it done quicker if we split up. One of us should probably give you an hand coat in the sand.
And the other can go and get the rest from this supplier.
Right then.
Well, make your minds up who's going where, we can get this over with.
Bon, ok. Est-ce qu'on s'en va?
Up to you who you take to the desert. I mean, Gav's good in a fight, but you don't have my winning personality.
Faut que je reparle à lui.
You going after the Stardust? Which one of these 2 lucky souls is going with you?
Ah. Otto ou Gav? Qui comprend? Je vous laisse choisir. Qui comprend? Auto. Auto. Ok, auto.
Otto, you're with me.
All right, then.
Alright, on y va.
Where do we find this stardust, and how will we know it when we see it?
There's a river that runs through the southern reaches of the Velcroy. It's the black sand that washes up these
J'espère que
banks
c'est le
that
bon
you're
choix.
after.
And I'm guessing you'll be needing sackloads of the stuff. Might be worth hiring porters at the Dalimil Inn.
J'ai entendu dire qu'il y en a une qui va mettre le trouble dans le chat.
I'll head down there. See about finding us a wagon.
All right. I'll meet you by the river.
You two take care, eh? I'll go and see this supplier.
Just don't let the bastard fleece you, eh?
He wouldn't do that. He's Blackthorn's mate. Isn't he?
Best of luck.
Bon, on y va. Back to the river. Ok. T'es là pour prendre toutes les mauvaises décisions. C'est correct. Ça va donner peut-être un peu plus de challenge. On sait jamais. Ça fait de prendre des mauvaises décisions des fois.
Welcome home, Sid. Didn't know you had that many teeth.
Wow.
This had better be the lot.
Bon, open world map. Ah. J'ai des side quests. Une là, une là. Fait qu'on va ramasser le matériau ou on fait les side quests avant? Les petites side quests inutiles. On va aller voir.
Take a sniff, good sir.
Now there'll be no one to
Qu'est-ce que
man
ça
the
dit, toi?
show. Gone, just like that. And without so much as a by your leave.
What's the matter?
Bon, il y a quelqu'un qui est parti.
It's my apprentice. He up and vanished while my back was turned.
Ah, les
I'll
apprentis.
go and look
Je
for him
peux jamais
myself,
leur faire
but I've got
confiance.
a bakery to run. A bakery that's now short one pair of hands. Loath though I am to rely on the kindness of strangers, I'm at a loss. Please, will you see if you can find him?
Ah ouais, on va aller
I'll
chercher.
see what I can do. Do you know where he might have gone?
I wouldn't be surprised if he was off somewhere mooning at Drake's Fang. He used to work there, you see. Poor fool left his heart in its hollow.
All right. Then that's where I'll start.
Bon. J'ai pas compris qu'est-ce qu'il a dit, mais c'est pas grave. On va y courir après.
Oh, where did all the men
Ah, il est bien loin, à 400 mètres. 400 yards. Ah! De toute façon, c'est rien qu'une save quest. Une side quest. On peut bien aller faire ça. Là, je m'en vais foutrement pas à bonne place. Bon, il va y avoir un petit peu d'action. C'est pas par là, c'est par ça. Tu vas l'avoir ton sang, là. Tu vas l'avoir. Peut-être. Oh, il y a de quoi ramasser ça. Une potion. Ah. J'ai dépensé 600$ en potion. Tantôt. Tout ça pour rien. Je cours tellement vite, il y a du vent alentour de moi. Bon. Ok. Essayer de pas perdre mon speed. Ah, il est ça. T'es en train de méditer.
Excuse me.
What do you want?
The baker sent me to find you.
I am a sorry, selfish sod, aren't I? Certainly not a baker. Master must have ruled the day he took me in.
Bon.
Time was the sight of the fang used to calm my nerves.
Il y a des regrets de devenir un potier.
I take it you missed the mother crystal.
I hated her, but she was all I knew. Worked her mines for years. And when she shattered, part of me shattered with her. I had to trade my pickaxe for a rolling pin, but I'm no good at baking. Every loaf I touch collapses. My bread's as hollow as I am. She was the only thing that could fill the hole inside me. Oh, I loved her.
Ça va y prendre une machine à pain pour faire du bon pain.
She's never coming back. What am I supposed to do? I ask her. How does a shell of a man learn to live again?
Express yourself. Remember the good times. Focus on your work. Comment qu'un homme recommence à vivre? C'est une bonne question. Focus sur le travail. On s'exprime. On s'exprime. Ou on se rappelle des bons moments. Décision, décision. Qu'est-ce qu'on prend? Là, j'attends la mauvaise décision, là. On devrait s'exprimer. Work? Ok, c'est une mauvaise décision, ça. Travailler, travailler, puis encore plus travailler. Ouais. Ok.
Focus on the job at hand. Think about what you can do right now.
What use is proofing loaves when... Wait. Perhaps the solution has been in the bakery all along.
Ouais, c'était la bonne réponse.
You've opened my eyes. Thank you, friend, and fare thee well.
Sûr, tu prends toujours les mauvaises décisions? Il avait de l'air content.
Suppose you won't be needing an escort then.
Ah. Il avait de l'air content d'aller travailler. D'accord. Fait qu'il faut encore recourir jusqu'à la ville. Bien. De toute façon, je pense que n'importe quelle décision qu'on prenait, ça changeait absolument rien dans l'histoire. À part peut-être une bataille. Encore là. Finalement, ça va être un stream tranquille parce qu'il n'y a pas d'action. À part les trois que j'ai tués au début, les trois petits. Les trois loups ou je sais pas quoi. La joie des side quests.
Oh, where did all the men of the rock go? Probably ran
Ah, il est pas venu encore.
Ah, there you are. The man who lit a fire under my wayward apprentice. Though I worry you might have stoked the flames a little too high. He damn near ran me down trying to get to my oven.
Master, it's ready. Behold the Drake's Balm. A truly unique creation.
I dare say it is.
Just look at it. A perfect likeness of the Fang herself. Her steeple peaks, her fulsome spurs, her inviting hollow.
Il a pas de l'air méchant, le pain,
My
pareil.
loaves collapse more often than not.
Ça donne
but
faim.
what's the Fang without her crater? Why, no Fang at all. And look, inside. She's filled to bursting with a bounty of beautiful crystals. Salt crystals!
Du pain au sel.
Master,
Okay.
I have found my purpose. I must use my work here to preserve the memory of the Fang.
Well, if it tastes half as unique as it looks, I'd certainly say you're onto something. Not only is my apprentice back, but he's finally pulling his weight. With any luck, I might even have a new delicacy on my hands.
Fait que là, il m'en donne-tu un, puis que j'y goûte, puis je tombe empoisonné. On sait pas. Ça a pas l'air. Bon ben.
Now, Dusan, I know you're king, but do you have to use the good salt?
Tu parles. Je suis perdu.
Won't you come and play, handsome?
1,000 gil for a measly bunch of Gazal greaves.
Bordel, c'est de l'autre bord. Je pense. Et on peut où qu'on sort, ça? C'est pas là. T'as boire. La ville est mal faite. Sens de l'orientation, zéro.
Where did all the men of the rock go?
Now, Dusan, I know you're king.
Looks like I found the river. Now where's Otto?
Bon. You auto. Non, je cherche pas des autos. Yo. Qu'est-ce que tu fais là?
Otto. Sorry I'm late.
Oh, Clive. I had a quick scout about, and I reckon this area's our best bet. Seems Blackthorn's the only one who thinks smithing with his Stardust stuff's a good idea. It's just lying here, waiting for any old fool to fill his boots.
But unlike any old fool, you thought to bring a wagon.
Well spotted. Now get filling.
Bon, ben, on va aller chercher du Stardust. Aucune idée c'est quoi. Mais bon, peut-être avoir de l'action. Arrête de sauter puis pèse sur X.
So this is Stardust. It just looks like black sand to me.
Ok, ça m'en prend 5. Hey, Chaos, comment est-ce qu'il va? En voilà 2. Ah, un autre site. Ah ouais, tu veux que j'allume bout, toi. Drette de main. Et voilà. C'est fait. Ah, bon, ça a l'air c'est plus loin. Hype! Hype debout. Il est comique ce bout là. Ah, il y en a un autre là. Ah, il peut pas monter là. Compris, on va faire le tour. Ouais, je remercie mon ami qui me l'a donné. Ça a l'air d'être. C'est un beau cadeau. Que le monde a de l'air d'apprécier. Yo!
How much did you get?
Enough. I hope.
On en a-tu amené assez? On verra.
More than me. Put it all together and I can't see Blackthorn complaining. Much. Here, Clive. Do you fancy a walk?
Allez, prendre une marche. Depuis tantôt, je cours partout. Penses-tu que j'ai envie de marcher? Voyons donc.
Sid would be proud.
Of what?
Of you, you idiot. The way you've carried on what he started. When we first met, I had you down as a spoilt little puppy who enjoyed nothing more than biting the hand that fed
Qu'est-ce
you.
qui se passe de bon avec Monsieur Chaos?
You're the one doing the feeding. So thanks for proving me wrong.
Du nouveau dans ses
wrong. But I changed. Thanks to Sid. And thanks to you. When I suggested taking on his name, you were the first to back me. And if you hadn't, no one else would have. I couldn't have done any of this without you, Otto.
Yo, give over. You're making me blush. All I did was choose hope over despair. I gave you a chance, yes, but you're the one who took it. You took a rabble of homeless, hopeless outcasts and put them back on their feet. Gave them something worth fighting for, just like the old Sid did.
Il me semble que j'irais me baigner dans cette rivière-là. L'eau est belle. Faire du paddleboard. Whatever.
About time I was heading back, I reckon. All this scrabbling about in the sand's taken its toll on the old pins.
I'll see you back at the hideaway then. You can take a well-earned rest when you get there.
Oh, I plan to. Believe you me. But I'll make sure Blackthorn gets his precious black sand before I put my feet up. He'll only moan otherwise.
Ben, qu'un. T'es mieux d'y donner. Je n'ai ramassé plus que toi. Come on.
Right. Ready to go home, boy?
Wouf wouf. Pat pat le chien. Bon. As-tu de quoi d'autre là? Map, map, map. On va faire l'autre side quest tant qu'à être là. Avant qu'elle disparaisse, tu sais. Peut-être qu'il va y avoir de l'action.
Good day to you, Sid.
Allô? Bon, par là. Yo.
Ah, Clive. Your timing is exquisite, as always. I have a concern which you may be able to assist me with.
Go on.
There are whisperings afoot of shadowy figures having been sighted outside the village. Rustlings in the undergrowth, suspicious noises. My people fear that they are being watched. It may be no more than a surfeit of nerves, understandable in the current climate, or it may be the prelude to something altogether more dangerous. Given what I hope you'll forgive me calling your nose for trouble, I wondered if you might investigate.
For great justice, certain.
Excellent.
Pour la justice.
You might begin by speaking with the good citizens of Lostwing. Listen to their tales, and make what you will of them.
All right. I will.
Fait qu'on va écouter des petites histoires encore une fois.
Right. And see what the people of the village have to say. I better find out if this is just nerves, or something we need to take more seriously.
Excusez. Bon. Qu'est-ce que tu as à me dire, toi?
You alright, Sid? Something on your mind?
There is actually. Can I ask you something? Quentin tells me people have mentioned shadowy figures out in the woods. Have you noticed anything unusual?
Oh, that. No, sorry, can't help you. I heard the rumours, mind, from the lads working over at the vineyard, but none of them has seen anything either.
All right. Thanks anyway.
Ok, fait que personne n'a rien vu, c'est bien. Lui est plus proche.
Crystals we get from the tailor all but worthless. You're quite talented with that rod of yours.
I've caught my share with it, as did my
En tout cas,
grandfather.
techniquement, il est plus proche. Pourquoi tu balayes de la terre?
Do you have a moment? There's talk of suspicious figures in the woods. Have you seen anything out of the ordinary?
No, but I've heard something. Sound of scraping metal, like someone sharpening a sword.
Where was this?
In Lorbert's Pass. Was out foraging for herbs when I heard it, screeching out from between the trees. Ran back here as quick as my legs would carry me, and I ain't been back since.
I see. I'll look into it. Thank you.
Ah, ok.
Seems Lorbert's Pass is our best bet then. What do you say, Torgal? Shall we go and investigate?
On va aller voir ça. Drette là. Espérant que il va y avoir de la casse un peu. Woof woof.
You there?
Fuck! He's seen us.
Oh no, il nous a
Get them before they escape.
Get them.
Black Shields. Here.
Ah ben, il va y avoir du sang.
What the hell are you doing here? What is it to you? Not that we give a damn. All that matters to us is that you don't leave here alive.
Ils veulent pas que je me sauve vivant. Ouais. Ah non, il m'a eu avant. Ah, ils sont pas tout seuls, ça a l'air. Mort par coup de pied. essayer de m'attaquer, toi, là. Va-t'en. C'est drôle quand il kick. Boum. Il en reste un. Ah, il a casté Cure. Ok, c'est un magicien, ça. Puis, y a-tu assez de sang, là? Êtes-vous satisfait?
Why were they here? Were they planning an attack on Lostwing?
Hype.
I need to warn Quentin.
Ouais. Ah, je courais vite, là. C'est plate dans les villes, on peut pas courir plus vite. Si je saute en bas, je peux-tu me péter à la gueule? Ah non, c'est cool ça. Shortcut. Yo.
Clive, how goes the hunt for our sinister figures?
I found some black shields hiding near Lorbert's Pass. They're gone now.
Black shields. The Empress's former bloodhounds. Though they serve another master now. One who means to root out and destroy both me and those I care for. And it would appear the pack has finally caught the scent of its prey. Damn it all. I had hoped I would have more time than this. More time to prepare. But if we are cornered, we have no choice but to bite back. And bite back we shall.
I'm sorry. You're going to need to explain.
Ouais, parce que je
Who do the
comprends pas.
Black Shields serve now? And why would that person want you dead?
Because I want him dead.
Qui ça? Qui ça? On va les tuer.
The former Lord Chief Justice of Sanbreque. All that I have built here is for him.
I don't understand. Why him? Why Lostwing?
I suppose it is better that you know the truth. I was a member of the judiciary once. So sickened was I by the injustice of this world, I swore to fight it. And fight it I did in my own small way.
Ah.
I saw more than a
Fait que
few
c'est un
corrupt
rebelle.
officials condemned to the very cells into which they had thrown blameless innocents. Men to whom the law was but a scourge to turn against the powerless. And throughout, it was the Lord Chief Justice who backed me, who was my one true ally in the quest to see justice done.
So what changed?
I discovered that he hunted bearers for sport. I was a fool to think he shared my hatred of venality and vice. His support for me was no more than a facade, a means of ridding himself of his rivals, a mask to hide the rot beneath. I filed suit against him immediately. His response, however, was rather more visceral. He had my entire family slaughtered.
Ah, le chien sale.
And he faced no punishment whatsoever. I lost everything. My loved ones, my livelihood, my position, the faith I had once held that any modicum of justice might be achieved through the courts. So I set about enacting my own. I tracked down every soul who served him and slit their throats myself.
Ooh.
But the man himself proved an altogether more difficult target. With money and power come protection. And so I saw that I would need an army of my own.
Ooh, Clive.
I came here to Lostwing and began recruiting like-minded individuals.
And Everyone here knows this is why you do what you do.
Of course. They too have lost loved ones to the bearer hunts. Seen faultless friends sent to the gallows to spare the guilty. All under the watchful eye of the Lord Chief Justice. Our wounds are the same. And our cause is the same. We are comrades. And our revenge is already in motion.
Ouais, je peux-tu...
We know where he hides, how numerous and well-trained his guard.
Je peux-tu me joindre?
What we did not know until now, however, was that his plans may already be in motion too.
Quentin.
Our time is short. He may move against us at any moment, unless we move against him first.
Fait que me dire, il est où? On va y
My
aller.
friends and comrades, it begins. Make ready for war.
As-tu besoin d'aide? Je suis prêt, là. Comment?
I'm not going to change his mind.
Ok. Bon, y a-tu quoi d'autre, ça? Non. Bon, ben, s'il n'y a rien d'autre, on va aller continuer la quête principale. Yeah, c'est ok.
Let's hope this is all Blackthorn needs.
Et on gambade. La 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 la. Sur le spinel. Je crois que j'ai encore mon sapin dans le salon. Faudrait que je le défasse.
Yeah. Yeah, I do. Cheers for the Stardust. Should be enough to be getting on with.
Nice to get out and about for once. Let's do it again sometime, eh?
I'll make a start on putting this thermal plating together then. It will take some time, mind. So if you've got other things to be getting on with, I could do without you breathing down my neck.
Thank you, Blackthorn. I'll let Mid know construction's underway.
Suppose we'd better be getting back to work too.
Give us a shout if you need anything.
Allez travailler.
He cracked the crystal too.
C'est pas par là.
It's no joke.
On est bien loin. Ah, vraiment, faut que je fasse le tour.
Editors started reading books that don't have any pictures in.
C'est loin.
If I don't come up with something soon.
Yo.
You'll be pleased to hear that Blackthorn started work on the plating.
Excellent. 1 down, 2 to go.
So, what's next?
The helm, of course. For this, we'll be repurposing fallen scrap.
Salvage from the ruins? I thought that material was all but impossible to work.
Ah, but we don't have to.
I'm sorry?
Just so happens there's one particular ruin that's broken into exactly the right shape and size pieces for what we need. What's the name back there? I'll give you all the details.
Okay.
What's her name? Right.
What's her name? Okay. Hello.
Oh, Sid, is this about the helm?
Yes. Mid said I should speak with you.
Non, c'est pas c'est quoi ton nom?
Plans then. Here you see the mithril engine, in which mithril is burned to generate heat. That heat is then harnessed to produce motive force.
Fait que physique 101
Excess
ici.
heat is dealt with by means of the thermal displacement stack, which disperses it into the surrounding air. Now, were we to rely on thermal plating alone to achieve this effect, the rate of excess heat buildup would far exceed the displacement coefficient of the plating. In other words, the reactor would overheat and eventually explode. This is where the helm comes in. It connects to the plating, you see, and serves as a sort of thermal sink to absorb all that excess energy. Our experiments have shown that fallen ceramics are remarkably thermophilic. They can withstand and absorb levels of heat far above anything we are able to make today. And not only that, they're also waterproof and immune to rust, making them the perfect material for our protective hood. Why, if sea or rainwater were to enter the reactor proper, it would vaporize instantly. The forces produced would tear the ship from stern to...
You can stop there. I understand. Mid,
Ça doit être bon faire des heatsink, ça, pour les ordinateurs.
Where would I find it?
Peut-être.
Ah, yes. It's in Lorbert's Pass, near Lostwing.
J'arrive de là,
The
bâtard.
thing is, well, I probably should have arranged to have the pieces we need brought here sooner. You see, a certain unwanted visitor has taken up residence there. It's no longer a matter of just walking in and taking them. It's, going to be considerably more dangerous than that.
Pas grave, j'ai un épée.
I see. Then I suppose I'd better deal with this unwanted visitor for you. Would that help?
Oh, very much.
Yeah, on va avoir du sang encore.
Thank you, Sid.
Hype.
I'll gather my team and head there right away. We'll meet you outside the ruins.
Bon.
Think Mid might need some...
Parce que ça me tente pas de faire le chemin au complet. On va faire du fast travel.
I'll be taking you all to a storehouse in the Bales. Leave anything you don't need behind.
Let's go à la guerre. Par là. Par là? Non. Faut que je trouve le chemin de sortie. Tigre up, tigre up, tigre up.
If you're ready, we leave at once.
Oups. Un bouton. Ça, faut que j'aille. Ok, par là. Fait que ça, on vient par là. Ça, je dis, j'ai comme... J'aurais pas dû faire le side quest tout de suite. Faut que j'y retourne à la même maudite place. Ramasser ça en passant. Hey, des araignées. Ah, elles sont déjà mortes. Si vous aviez peur, c'est déjà terminé. Bon, c'est où, là? Ah, c'est ça. Yo!
Oh, there you are, Sid. Thanks so much for coming. The, ruins are just over there, as is the creature I told you about, I'd imagine. Would you mind?
Je suis là pour ça.
I'll be right back.
Voyons donc. C'est quoi la créature? Ah. Ah, il y a un coffre. Il y a un coffre. Ah! Allô?
This must be our unwanted visitor. Time to go.
Il fait chier parce qu'il sauve tout le temps. Oups. Ok, juste à là, je me rappelle encore un peu des pitons, c'est pas pire. Encore ça. Je vois même pas qu'est-ce que je fais à moi. Oups. Ah, je suis en train de crever. Oups. Ok, je vais peut-être me prendre une potion, c'est juste pour être sûr. Ah, il peut-tu crever? Bon, il est bon. On l'a tué, je me rappelle plus c'était quoi, là. On l'a tué.
The things I do for you, Mid.
Sid! Oh, thank goodness you're safe.
Oh, c'était tellement
You
dur.
shouldn't have any trouble now.
Indeed. Well, don't let us keep you. We'll, see that everything is transported safely back to the hideaway.
All right. I'll let Mid know you're on your way.
Ok. On va aller répandre la bonne nouvelle. The Eye of the Warrior. Oh, il force un peu. Sont-ils capables de soulever ça? Faudrait qu'il désherbe plus vite. Ah ouais, il travaille, il travaille. Comment il prend un break?
Your work is done, Sid. We'll take care of the rest. Let Mid know she'll have her helm very soon, would you?
Faudrait qu'il travaille plus vite. Ça se peut-tu, le monde ne veut plus travailler à ce temps. Bon, il y a ça, je voulais ramasser tantôt. Puis là, ben, je pense qu'on va juste se téléporter. Histoire d'avancer ça le plus rapidement possible. Parce que c'est drôle. Bon, Qu'est-ce qu'on a ici? Voyons. Pourquoi son affaire c'est à l'autre bout du monde tout le temps? C'est loin. Surtout que ça court pas vite là-dedans. Ah, l'heure de Shirley.
Mid hasn't been. Editors started reading books that don't have any pictures in.
Allez, il reste rien qu'une affaire, puis on va avoir notre gros bateau.
If I don't come up with something soon.
Mid. Helena has recovered the material for the helm.
Helena, what's her name?
Excellent. Another job well done.
Yay.
And just one remaining.
Right. Right, the shielding. This one's a bit of a bugger.
How so?
The plating's enough to stop the engines going pop, but those things will still be spitting out enough fire to set the rest of the ship ablaze. Which is why you need proper shielding. A prison for the dragon's breath that's blazing away inside. I thought a triple thick layer of tempered steel might do it. Or more of the stuff that the Fallen use, but they'd both be too heavy. The helm and the plating are bulky enough as it is. Add any more weight and the whole ship would be at the bottom of the briny before we'd even started. I need something light. But I've racked my brains and I just can't think what would do it.
Well, if I were in need of obscure knowledge, I know whose counsel I would seek. Harpocrates.
Tomes? Yeah, well, I'd thought of that, obviously. I've got all the details written down here. Can you take this to him? See what he makes of it?
J'aime pas de la manière qu'elle parle.
Right away.
On dirait qu'elle parle comme quelqu'un qui vient du Texas.
Think Mid might need some help.
Tu parles là? Ouais, ok. Ça passe, ça passe. Le gars, il est perdu.
We're seeing troops amassing at every border.
Dans le fond, là, ça fait quoi? 1h15, je stream. J'ai eu 4 batailles. Peut-être 5. Beaucoup d'action. Beaucoup d'action. Wow. À un moment donné, on va passer à d'autres choses.
Harpocrates, do you have a moment?
For you, Clive, always.
Well, actually, it's for Mid this time. Could you take a look at this?
Ah ouais, donne-y les plans.
Shielding for a mithril engine? Whatever will that girl think of next? And what are these notes around the edges?
She has some specific requirements for the materials. The shielding needs to be able to resist extreme heat on the inside, and yet remain cool enough on the outside not to set the ship alight, while also being light enough not to sink it. As you can imagine, she's struggling to find anything that meets her needs.
I see.
I see.
I wondered if you might know of a solution, or if you might be able to search the records for one.
Perhaps it is not a different material she requires, but a different approach.
What do you mean?
Consider the lake we have made our home. Its blighted waters eat away far more quickly than fresh water or even brine, at timber and steel alike. And yet, we have made a home here from those very materials nonetheless.
We have. But Bardolph must varnish every board twice over to keep it from rotting. And Obelisk complains that without a constant supply of pitch. I see.
Early Gregorian histories speak of a preparation known as moon dew. It is said to be able to resist even the most ferocious flames. Before the dragoons tamed the worms and wyverns of the realm, nobles would daub their castle walls with it in order to guard against dragon fire.
So if we could recreate it...
It might be applied to some material or other in order to provide the protection Mid requires. As to how best to apply it and to what material...
Fait qu'on va mettre de la peinture anti-feu.
Obolus might be of assistance. I shall speak to them and see what wisdom they might have to offer. If you would be so kind as to procure the necessary ingredients, I shall discuss the specifics of how it might be most effectively put to use with our two friends. The knowledge of the past may yet prove useful to we of the modern era.
Thank you, Hippocrates. And since you're asking others to help you, perhaps I should too.
Bon.
So you need a hand, do you?
We do. I'll be heading to market for the ingredients we need. I could do with some help. And some company, too.
The other can assist me in researching how best to prepare the shielding itself.
Can we count on your aid?
Always.
Certain.
Well, if Jill's game.
Thank you.
I am sure either of these fine young minds would prove indispensable in my research. I leave the decision as to who will go with whom in your capable hands, Clive.
Fait que c'est qui qu'on va prendre?
Have you made your decision? Who will accompany you on your little excursion?
Qui comprend? Jill ou Tarja? Tarja. Ah, j'ai pas décidé. Qui comprend? Moi, personnellement, je prendrais Jill. Jill? Okay.
Very well. So then, what do we need to find?
De toute façon, il est plus
I have
cute.
taken the liberty of preparing a list. Here.
White chocobo eggs. Pepio nuts. Are you sure this
On
list is
s'en va à
right?
l'épicerie.
Everything on here seems very edible. I would have thought the ingredients would be a little more exotic.
Though these items may seem mundane, they have potent effects that are rarely exploited, effects for which they were once highly prized. So much so, in fact, that they were harvested almost to extinction, hence moon dews having fallen from favor. Now, of course, they can be obtained with ease. You should be able to find everything you need at the market in Northreach.
Is that so?
Bon, fait qu'on s'en va magasiner.
I've been meaning to visit Northreach anyway. I'll set out now. Join me there when you're ready.
I will. Until then.
You two enjoy yourselves.
You too, Talia.
Certain qu'on va se faire du fun. Voyons donc. Une belle petite balade de même. Fait que fast travel. Une belle petite balade en amoureux. Voyons donc.
Now, where's Jill?
There's talk that the Glassgate flood has finally spread to the...
Bon. Elle est où? Ah, elle est là-bas. Non? Oui.
All anyone ever wants.
Ah, on l'a trouvé.
Those
Ah oui.
Pepio nuts? I can never tell.
C'est pour ça qu'ils ont demandé des filles. Ils veulent faire du magasinage.
I've only just started.
N'importe quoi.
I'm sure everything we need is somewhere amongst all these stalls, though. Why don't we split up and see? We'll take a couple of ingredients each.
All right. What am I looking for?
How about you look for the Pepio nuts and some garlic? I'll find the other things we need. We can meet by the gate when we're finished.
OK. Fait qu'on fait l'épicerie dans le fond. Youpi.
Haven't much, but you're free to look. Ah, yes. Good day.
Okay, bye. Next. Yo.
What do you want?
Go on.
Ah, il manque une potion.
Take it. And?
That's everything. Let's see how Jill's getting on.
Si elle n'a pas fini, là, elle est pas vite.
Keep them pilgers nice and chilled.
Ah, elle a fini finalement.
Did you find everything?
I did. Here.
Garlic and pepio nuts. Perfect. Now all that remains is for Harpocrates to somehow turn all this into what Mid needs to keep her engine cool. But before we head back, would you walk with me a while?
Ben oui, une belle marche dans le champ. Ah, sur le bord d'un lac en plus. Puis on a du pain. Un beau pique-nique.
Thank you for asking me to help you today. It makes a nice change.
It does. It's good to get away from all the battle and bloodshed for once. Just being here reminds me of when we were children. Do you remember walking down Market Street in Rosalith, taking in the sights and smells?
How could I forget? What with Torgal's antics. Remember how his nose would prick up at the scent of sausages? He'd go racing away and we'd have to go running after him. We wouldn't catch you now, would we, boy?
Woof woof.
Was there anything you wanted to buy for yourself while we're here?
There was, yes. Well, sort of. Molly in the kitchens told me about a place that sells particularly good pies.
Oh.
Thought you might like to share one with me.
I would. Thank you.
And I saw some bread.
C'est la tarte qui est à côté, elle a pas l'air que...
Big white cobs like the baker back in Rosalith used to make. What do you think? I thought we might get some soup to dip it in. But then I tried a slice of the butcher's dry-cured ham and it was just... Oh,
You all right?
sorry. It's just... you're right. I really do feel like a child again being here with you. Clive. Is it wrong of me to enjoy this?
Ben voyons donc. T'as le droit.
No, Jill. This is how life should be. And it's how our lives will be when our work is finally done. When we can live on our own terms.
I hope so.
Fait que c'est là que tu l'embrasses.
Thank you, Clive.
Let's go. Sur le bord du lac de même. Hein? Oh. Ça y tentait, ça y tentait. Ouh. Non?
Well, I suppose we better be getting back. I need to give these ingredients to Harpocrates and Talia. I'll see you at the hideaway.
Take care.
Come on, tu coupes ça de même.
I will. You too.
Ouais, il s'est fait turn down. Et bâton. Bon, ben, il peut rien faire ça. Fait que c'est là qu'il va aller se pogner une revue spécifique, puis aller s'amuser dans son coin.
I wonder how Harpocrates is getting on with the moon dew.
N'importe quoi.
Oh, I'm never
Bon, qu'est-ce que t'as à dire, toi?
How's work on the shielding progressing, Harpocrates?
Well, very well indeed. And thanks in no small part to your kind assistance. I was just explaining to Tarja how we might best go about preparing the moon dew. And now that we have all the ingredients, we may begin.
Ah oui, on va faire de la
You can
potion
count on
magique.
me. I've mixed more than a few mysterious concoctions in my time.
I'm sure you have. What about the shielding itself?
Work is underway, under the watchful eyes of Bardolph and Obolus.
Apparently, it'll be ready soon.
Thank you. All of you.
Right then. Jill, would you join me in the infirmary? Many hands make light work and all that.
Of course.
Ah, puis là, ils vont... Voyons. Ils vont parler de
Oh,
qu'est-ce qui
and
s'est passé entre les
Clive,
deux.
thank you.
Des petites rumeurs.
It was nice just being with you.
It appears our work here is almost at an end. A shame. I
On
was
fait des
enjoying playing
commérages.
the man of action for once. When both the shielding and the moon dew are ready, it will merely be a matter of applying the one to the other. Followed by a rigorous process of testing and retesting, of course. Perhaps someone ought to warn young Mid of that.
Leave it to me. Thank you, Hippocrates. Well, I better go and give Mid the good news then.
Bon, ben, on repart à l'autre bout. Hey, vraiment, là, il n'y aura pas eu d'action à soir. Oui!
I went up to give some greens to the chocobo.
Let's go. Tu feras pas trop de cauchemars à soir, Peachy.
Editors started reading books that don't have any pictures in.
Parti comme c'est là.
Sorry to keep you waiting, Mid. But you'll be pleased to know that work on the shielding is underway.
You found something for it?
In a manner of speaking, Hippocrates knew of a substance that's highly resistant to heat. A coating that should provide the protection you need. He's supervising the construction and testing of the shielding as we speak.
Brilliant! I knew you wouldn't let me down.
Yay!
Don't thank me. I'm just the errand boy.
Right then, better start working out how to bolt all these bits together. To the Black Hammer!
Le marteau noir. Où ça?
You know, when I got into the smithing game, I thought I'd be making swords and shields, not thermal bleeding didgeridoo-dahs.
Displacement stacks.
Same difference. Whatever you call it, I ain't putting it together in here. It's cramped enough as it is. Let's take this outside. Mid, you get all the parts lined up on the deck. I'll take care of the rest.
On my way!
Oh, and bring me the biggest hammer you can find. This is gonna require some precision walloping.
Marteau de calibration. Yes, sir. Un petit peu plus tard. Crème, il a monté ça vite.
Finished! It's finally finished!
Thank fuck for that. I'll be feeling my hammer arm for weeks.
Thank you, Clive, Blackthorn, everyone. That's one down and just 3 more to go.
Eh?
I'm sorry.
Oh, didn't I tell you? The Enterprise has 4 mithril engines, and we'll be needing a displacement stack for each.
You don't mean...
Chercher tes affaires
Don't
toi-même.
worry. Now they've got a finished one to work off. My gang in Canva can build the rest.
Phew.
Good luck to them, I say. Right, I'm off to get a sling for this elbow. Any other work comes in, keep it to yourselves, eh?
What's the matter?
Nothing.
Peu de job.
Daydreaming. Thinking about the Enterprise sailing off over the horizon to shores unknown. Searching for a land untouched by the Blight. Just like me and my dad planned. So if the worst came to the worst and every scrap of soil in the Twins turned black, we might still have a chance. That's what she was meant to be. You see, one last chance just in case we needed it. But now she's so close to being finished, I've realized I don't want her to be that. I don't want her to be just a lifeboat for us to cling to if things get desperate. I want people to sail aboard her by choice, not from the lack of it. In a world where we're not just trying to survive, but where we can actually live.
I'm working on that. And I'll do everything I can to get you what you want.
Don't you always? All right. The mind's made up. As soon as the Enterprise is fit to sail, I'm putting her under your command.
Yeah, je vais avoir un bateau.
Plans, I'm trusting in yours.
Are you sure about this?
Something tells me it's what my dad would have wanted.
He'd be proud of you.
You were gonna visit his grave, weren't you?
I was. And you can come too now that your little project is finished.
Right. There's just one thing I need to finish up first. Won't be a mo.
All right. I'll let Otto know you're coming. Meet us in the mess when you're ready.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Yeah, je deviens capitaine à cette heure. On monte en grade.
Mid told me she was building a ship.
Really? What's a ship?
Ah, du nouveau stock. On fait ça à side quest. C'est quoi de nouveau, toi? Moogle. Un petit Moogle. Oh. Faudrait bien que j'y fasse eux autres à un moment donné. Un autre jour. Tu as quoi à me donner, toi?
Welcome to the Patron's Whisper. Is everything we've received and everything promised? All yours. You earned this. Come again. I may have more for
Ciao,
you.
bye. Bon. Fait qu'on parle avec Otto ou on va faire la side quest? Moi, je sais même pas où. On va aller voir c'est quoi. Je suis curieux. Allons-y.
Well, that's it then.
You.
Here, Sid. Reckon you might be just the man to help me out of a bit of bother, if you've a mind to.
Let's hear it.
Well, it's about this alembic the chief's got me making. Lovely bit of kit it is. Bung in a solution you want splitting, and it'll separate it out, just like that. Problem is, it won't always get rid of all the impurities. And with some of the stuff we need it for, that ain't good enough. Which is why I've been looking for something to filter the liquid we'll be cooking off. And that's where I was hoping you could help me out.
Fait qu'on va aller chercher des
I
filtres.
imagine Ty could get some use out of this alembic too. Distilling medicines and the like. All right. Why not? Proper job! So what exactly do you need for this filter?
Nothing but bomb ash'll do, says the chief. Gave me a sample she'd obtained from the university stores. Couldn't believe my eyes. You pour the blackest blight water through it, and it comes out clear as a mountain stream.
Ooh.
So, I did a bit of reading about where I might be able to get hold of some. And do you know what I found out? It's only the blimmin' bones of a bomb king. They leave them behind when they die, see?
I take it that's where I come in.
Fait qu'on va aller se battre contre une bombe. On va faire kaboom.
I saw a billet on the hunt board for one just the other day.
Ah, je l'ai déjà tué, je pense.
Well, fighting dirty great balls of flame isn't exactly my forte. You, on the other hand...
All right. I'll see what I can do.
Je pense que je l'ai déjà tué.
Kindly. And a good hunting, eh? I've tried to find a supplier for this stuff.
Ok, ça a l'air que je l'ai pas tué. Il me semblait que je l'avais tué. Ou que vu c'est une quête, il me laisse pas faire. On gambade. Oui. Yo mug. Moogle. Ok, Bomb King. Harryman. Ah, ça. Fuck you, de croc, sandbreak. Ok. C'est quoi d'autre à dire? Ok, c'est toute la même affaire, puis je peux comme pas le targeter. Ok. Sandbreak, de croc. Sandbreak, c'est pas là. Rosaria. Central. Rosaria. C'est où que ça dit? Croc quelque chose. Holy Eye, Holy Hand. Esti, je le trouve pas. Je ne le trouve pas. Hey, Baywatch. C'est dans celle-là? Non, ça c'est Norton. Ah, c'est le fun ça, quand faut que tu charges de quoi. Là. Ok, c'est tout le temps la même map ça. Fait que ça doit être une place que j'ai pas encore découvert. Ce qui ferait du sens. Fait que moi je dis on va se téléporter ici. Puis on va descendre là, puis on va essayer de descendre ici. On va essayer ça. Fait que... Par là. Une potion. Qu'est-ce que t'as à m'attaquer, toi? Meurs. T'es même pas proche de mon level. Bon. On va peut-être avoir un peu d'action à faire ça. Ok, eux autres sont trop hype. Bon, qu'est-ce qu'il y a par ici? On explore du nouveau territoire, c'est le fun. Hey, j'ai raté un coffre tantôt, je viens d'avoir un flash. Je me rappelle plus c'est quelle bataille j'avais faite, mais il y avait un coffre. Y a-tu rien que ça ici? Ah, c'est là le croc. C'est à droite. Hey, je suis pas pire, j'ai trouvé le chemin du premier coup. Yay! On va avoir de la grosse bataille. Allô? La bombe King.
Look what we have here. Greetings, Your Majesty.
Oups. On va voir qu'est-ce qu'il fait un peu. Oups, j'avais pas vu qu'il m'attaquait. Ah non, pas d'autre en plus. Lui, je la trace pas, ça fait qu'on va se tenir loin. Ouais, c'était peut-être pas une bonne idée d'aller l'attaquer de même. Ok, je suis pas sûr que je vais me tenir là, moi. D'attaque manquée dans le vide. encore d'autres. Ok, aïe aïe. On va juste se tenir loin, tu sais. Ouch. Ouch. Fais à boire. Ok. Ah, il fait chier. Fait chier, il m'a encore évité. Ouch. Alright, meurs donc. Boom.
It's over.
On l'a eu. Fait que ça sera fait.
Your reign is over. Now to collect the ash. I should... This looks like the stuff. Let's see if there's any more.
Bon, ben, on l'a eu, la petite bombe. Je pense que je vais peut-être finir ça là-dessus. On va aller reporter ça. Puis...
If a wine needs more than this, he can fetch it himself.
Ah, il y a plein de side quests à faire. Bon, fait que lui, on va aller porter ça. Il va être bien content.
Mid told me she was building a ship.
Par là? Non, c'est pas par là. Par en haut. Espèce de ville mal faite. Ben, je sais pas pourquoi j'ai l'impression qu'il va y avoir plus qu'une affaire à ramasser. Hein, t'es-tu content?
All right there, Sid? How's that hunt for the bomb ash going?
I have it here.
Belle excuse quand je me perds. La ville est mal faite. Je le sais.
Enough to keep the Olympic bubbling away for a good old while.
C'est pas fait cartésien, tu sais, comme à New York ou quoi de genre.
Right then, let's get this contraption up and running.
Hey, j'ai le droit de chialer. Ou de me perdre.
There we have it.
Yay!
Telemon Alembic. And it works just like the chief said it would.
Very impressive.
Says the man who cut down a burning boulder. Speaking of which, I still haven't returned the favor.
There's no need. The good it will do for the hideaway is reward enough.
Don't be silly. Why don't you let me take a look at that bag of yours? The one you keep your potions in. Reckon I could work some magic on that.
Ouh, avoir plus de potions, ça serait cool.
What kind of magic?
Well, We happen to have isolated a substance in our test run of the Alembic that I reckon will make even the toughest leather supple as anything. Thought we might use it to breathe new life into old boots and the like. Save the hideaway a few gil. Ah, I reckon if we slap a bit on your bag, it'll loosen it up enough for you to squeeze in a bottle or two more.
Intéressant.
It can't hurt to try, I suppose.
Ça valait la peine de la faire, la side quest, finalement. Si je peux avoir plus de potions.
I'll only be a mo. Well, what do you reckon?
It certainly feels more flexible.
Je sais même pas où son sac, tu sais.
Thank you. I think.
No. Thank you for supporting Mid and the rest of us in our endeavors. Without you, we'd never have been able to discover wonders like that stuff I rubbed on your bag. And I'm telling you, there's plenty more where that came from.
Pas sûr, je veux savoir d'où ça vient. S'il a frotté de quoi sur mon sac. C'est suspect. Plus d'inventaire, wouhou. 6 potions, 4 eye potions. Ok, nice. On va le prendre.
I think Mid might need some help.
Il y a un autre side quest à quelque part. Je sais juste pas où. Mais avant toute chose, on va aller s'acheter des potions.
Mid told me she was building a ship.
Oups.
Is that the thing Toad?
J'essaye de trouver le marker, mais je trouve pas. Ah tiens, chien dort.
Is it business?
Pat le
Or
chien.
pleasure? If you're gonna buy something, be quick about it.
Hey, je t'en achète 6, tu pourrais me faire un bon prix.
It'd better all be here.
Toujours rien de nouveau là-dedans. Si on s'en tape. Sell! Plein d'affaires à vendre. Pendant que je pense. Valuable can. On va vendre du stuff.
I reckon I can find a buyer.
On va être riche. Faire de la place un
I'll
peu.
be thankful you got that much. I reckon I can find a buyer. I'll be thankful you got that much.
As-tu d'autres affaires à vendre? Crafting. Okay, je pense que j'ai tout vendu.
Come again.
Donc là, on est riche. Qu'est-ce qu'on fait? On dépense. Non, mais... Je sais vraiment pas où l'autre quête. Ça me gosse. Ah non, ça devait être... Ah, c'est ça, ici. La reading table. Oh. L'Alliance du désert. Tente pas de lire. Was jumping through right away. Blablabla.
Trouble with the ledgers. Shouldn't he be asking Otto for help?
Ça il tente pas. Payback. On va accepter les 3 missions.
What could be wrong with Torgor? He seemed well enough when I last saw him.
Ok. Puis l'autre, c'est quoi? Ah, the pen is mightier. Ok. Cheers for help. Ok. Fait que c'est d'aller parler du monde.
Hopefully it's nothing. But I should speak to Blackthorn just in case.
Puis vu qu'il y a un plus, ça doit être bon parce que si je me fie à l'autre avec mon sac de potions, ça peut m'aider. Fait qu'on va aller faire ça. Yo!
Blackthorn, do you have a moment?
Not really, no.
This won't take long. I just
Son
wanted
métal,
to
il va...
ask how you're getting on.
Son métal va tout refroidir, là.
August
Il n'y a
was
pas le
worried
temps.
about you, and you might still be doubting your craft, even after learning the trick of that cuirass. Is there something else weighing on your mind? Perhaps sharing your thoughts might help.
That bastard's like a dog with a bone. Still, you've got a keen eye, I'll give him that. He's just, well... Karen showed me something. Something I've never seen before.
And that was?
A sword. An odd-looking thing with a single-edged blade. The metal itself wasn't anything to write home about, but fuck me. The edge on it. You could slice a man clean in two with a weapon like that, and he'd be halfway home before he even realised he'd been cut.
So that's what's troubling you?
Nah. Not troubling me exactly. More distracting. Can't stop thinking, how do you get an edge that sharp? It's driving me mad.
Ooh.
And if you knew how to do it, we could arm the curse breakers with even better blades.
That's about the size of it, yeah.
I'll see what I can find out. Sharper swords are always welcome. And we can't have our master blacksmith being distracted.
You're a soft touch, you know that. But I can't say I'm not grateful for it. Good luck, eh?
Thank you. Let's see what Karen knows about this sword.
Ok, fait que parle à un, parle à l'autre, parle à l'autre, puis parle à l'autre.
I got your note. You think something's wrong with Torgor?
So you can read. Congratulations.
Yeah, je suis capable de lire.
But I didn't say I were wrong with him. I said something weren't right. He's not been eating me treats. He used to love cracking the bones from Molly's boiled brown, but now he won't so much as look at them. Didn't like him. Which is why I'm of a mind that his mind's on something else. You've not been working him too hard, have you?
No harder than usual. Is that it, boy? Do you need a rest?
Woof. Ah, woof, woof.
What was it you said he was? A frost wolf?
Chien, il est fatigué.
That's what the lawsman seems to think.
Then maybe this all has something to do with whatever it is that's woken inside him.
I suppose things have been different since Rosalith. Perhaps Hippocrates knows something.
Instead of everything, you mean? Perhaps.
Oh, qu'est-ce que t'as d'autre à dire, toi?
You're looking well, Karen.
What do you want? Out with it.
I want to know about the sword you showed Blackthorn. Single-edged and extremely sharp.
Running around after him again, are you?
I suppose I am, yes. But I need to help him find out how to work an edge like that. It's driving him to distraction.
Little wonder, I suppose. There's not many like that make it as far as the twins, and those that do go straight into private collections. Which made it nice and easy finding a buyer.
Can you tell me who bought it? Where is it now?
You think I tell people who my clients are?
Bon.
Suppose you're not likely
Elle veut
to
pas me
go
donner
nicking him off me, are you
ses
now?
clients.
Fine. If you stop mooning at me like that. Lord Ignac's the man you want. Dalmekian bloke. Collects weapons and the like. And he's got more money than sense, which is why he's one of my favourite clients. Reckon he'll still be at the inn in Dalamil, where I left him.
Thank you, Karen.
Oh, and he's a touch eccentric, if you take my meaning.
I appreciate the warning.
Bon. Fait qu'il m'en reste 2 à parler. Fait qu'on va parler à ces 2-là, puis après ça, je pense que ça va être le dodo. Même ça me tente de continuer.
Lawsman, I need to ask you about Torgal. Something's not right with him.
He isn't ill, is he?
I don't think so. But according to Lady Karen, he seems to have lost his appetite, which is certainly a new development. She says he's hardly been touching his bones of late, and she believes it may have something to do with what happened at Rosalith Castle.
I rather think she might be right, though not about his appetite. All canids are instinctively inclined to crack open bones for the rich marrow that resides within, and I see no reason why a frostwolf should be any different. Accordingly, I suspect it is not a lack of appetite that afflicts Torgal, but a surfeit of it. If we assume that his newfound magics require additional nourishment to sustain, it may well be that the bones Lady Karen is accustomed to providing are no longer sufficient. Frostwolves, after all, habitually prey upon far larger animals, whose bones may yield altogether different nutrients. As to where one might find a suitable substitute,
C'est une vraie encyclopédie, ce gars-là.
Some antelopes that graze the meadows of eastern Rosaria have been known to grow to a size more than double that of their lesser cousins.
I don't recall ever seeing any that large.
And little wonder. The oldest and largest such creatures rarely leave the safety of the highlands for fear of predators. The last elder antelope sighting I recall hearing about took place near Cressida, and that was long before the village was abandoned.
Even so, it seems like a good place to start.
Good hunting, Clive.
Bon, ben, on va aller hunter des affaires. Mais un autre jour. Ouais, il me reste l'autre à parler. Là. Puis après ça, je vous laisse aller vous coucher. C'est moi tout, je vais faire pareil.
Mid told me she was building a ship.
Yo.
Clive, did you get my letter?
That's why I'm here.
Tu peux parler plus fort, tu sais, t'es pas obligé de chuchoter.
Otto won't be listening.
Is this better?
A little. Listen, I've some bad news. It turns out the hideaway may be slightly behind in its payment to certain lenders, and it may be my fault. But I swear to the goddess, I thought I had the numbers square.
Eh?
Sadly, that square turned out to be more of a circle. 0, you might say. I can straighten it out, I swear, but it's going to take some time, and I'm going to need help keeping it from Otto.
Bit late for that, I would say.
Bon, bon,
There you
bon, bon.
are. What a surprise.
Il parle dans son
So
dos.
let me get this straight. You forget to pay our lenders what they're due, and instead of coming straight to me, you get Clive to come to you. And I hope he'll dig you out of the hole you've dug for yourself. Clive, the man in charge of the place you've been cheerfully trying to bankrupt. And you thought this was a cunning plan. Why? Well, who needs paying?
Oh, just Martha. And the dame.
Fait que tout le
And,
monde.
well, Lady Karen. But only 500 talents.
Il est en train de me ruiner le
We
bâton.
owe 3 of our most trusted friends 5 million gil.
Each. 5 million
each.
They lent us the bulk of the money we used to rebuild the hideaway, you see, and, well, I must have made some sort of
Il va me ruiner.
oversight.
Il me met dans le trou. J'ai pas cet argent-là.
Those ledgers were my responsibility, and it was my decision to entrust them to you. This is my fault.
Si je vais trouver cet
You have that
argent-là.
much to hand? I can always ask my uncle.
No, we don't. And no, you won't. We've lightened Lord Rosfield's purse enough. After the king's ransom we had off him, he deserves better than to see our begging bowl. Besides, we'll need to learn to stand on our own if we're gonna make this work.
All right. But that doesn't mean you have to shoulder the burden yourself. Is there anything I can do to help?
There might be. How'd you fancy taking these to Martha and the dame?
Rocks.
Des roches.
Rocks, he says. Worth 1,000 talents apiece, these are. A little something Sid and I set aside for when times got lean. And I reckon 15 million in overdue debt probably qualifies. I just hope our associates' eyes are a bit more discerning than yours.
I'm sure there will be.
Des roches. Nice.
Should be me making the rounds, really. But you know how it is with this place. Orders to bark, asses to wipe, and all that.
I know. Which is why I don't mind going in your place.
Well.
Go. Do you know why I only gave Master Clive here 2 star rubies?
Because you'd rather Lady Karen killed me.
Because I'd rather Lady Karen killed you. Yes.
Wow. Hey, tu peux-tu aller y porter?
I suppose this is goodbye then.
Don't worry. I'm sure Karen will understand.
Really? Do you think so?
No, I don't.
Aïe aïe. Bon. Fait que c'est ça qui est ça. On va arrêter ça. Fait qu'on va faire un save là-dessus. Parce que j'ai toujours pas savé de la soirée. Puis on va se trouver quelqu'un qui raid. Manque de musique dans cette place-là. Vu qu'il n'y a pas de musique, on va faire Return to Title. Bon. Un petit bye-bye. Attends un peu, là, on va trouver qui raidait avant. Perso, ça fait un bout. Oh, Messenger, c'est bon ça. On va aller raider elle. Raid Kiltakuni. Si je me trompe pas, c'est ça. Ouais. Fait que ça va être ça. Qui est en train de jouer à Messenger. Fait que. Un bon petit jeu tout en le fun à regarder. Fait que merci d'avoir été là. Puis on va se revoir un autre moment donné, mec, j'ai du temps. Fait que j'ai encore mes devoirs à arranger un peu. Fait que c'est cela. Fait que merci tout le monde. Puis bonne nuit et à la prochaine. Bye bye.